Okay, we're starting. Hello. So I'm gonna do a basic picture first. So the whole thing is like, this is my high school auditorium, and basically what markers are good? Is this good?
I'm gonna go grab some good markers, but keep going.
Okay. Okay. So it's a little bit complex, but this is the auditorium here with a bunch of other diseases that we're not going to do.
Right.
This is the entryway here, the ticket office, and then there's a bathroom over here with like bathroom stalls and then like a little sink. So this is the I don't know how detailed I should make this, but okay. So this is the auditorium here.
Okay.
This is like the door to get into like the lobby and then the auditorium.
Okay, lobby, auditorium.
Yeah. In the lobby, there's like the box office.
Yeah, that's
Right.
just like my middle school auditorium.
Really?
Not my high school one, but my middle school one, yeah.
And then there's a bathroom over here.
Okay.
Okay? And then this goes into an exit door over here. This is kind of like an open hallway. There's nothing over here.
Okay.
But this is bronchiectasis. So this is like the exit.
Okay.
And then you go outside, and then you go around, and then the choir room is over here. And then there is a hallway here.
Cool.
And the hallway is walking pneumonia because you walk in the hallway.
Nice.
And then there's a door over here that leads you to the outside field over here for like marching band and stuff. It's kind of It's a little bit wonky.
And the other question I have for you is that in the lobby or the amphitheater or the bathroom, what are like spots that you put things? Like the pedestals that were pointed out? Are there any significant
I'm not going that detailed.
things?
Yes. Do you want that yet?
Just like chunk locations a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
And that way...
So I forgot, there's also above the auditorium. So the chairs are here in the auditorium, and then the stage is here, right?
Okay.
So there's like a curtain and stuff. But there's other diseases, like those are other diseases.
Okay.
So I forgot to add this one. This is like the room, the
sound room?
The sound room. Yeah, the sound room. That's what it is.
Okay.
That's chronic
That's above
bronchitis.
it. Okay.
Yeah, it's above it. And then this is the exit, and then the choir room is over here, and there's a hallway in between the choir room and the auditorium. But again, we're not doing the auditorium because we're not there yet. Okay,
Great.
Then the other thing, this is all the diseases minus one. So the other one is my childhood tennis experience, and it is TB, tennis ball.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, nice.
So... TB, and then it was like primary, secondary, and like another thing. So this is like the first tennis coach I ever had, the second tennis coach I ever had, the third. So anyway, that's like a whole other disease. But let's start with, we'll do them in the order that I did it, just so that I don't miss one.
Yeah.
So we'll start with chronic bronchitis.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have
in the sound room?
We're in the sound room.
Okay.
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 Where are we looking at?
We're just looking out.
Okay.
Like we're here looking this way at the kind of down. Okay.
So I see a bunch of chairs and a stage.
Yeah. But you don't. That's
Okay,
just
no.
the way that you're facing. So
Okay.
there's glass
Okay.
between you and like the downstairs area.
Okay.
So wait, but before we do that, you can so there's the guy in the sound room. He's super lazy, and he's eating sunflower seeds, and then he's spitting them out. So he's just like chilling, and he's eating his sunflower seeds, and he spits them out onto the audience down below. Okay?
Awesome.
So people were harmed in the making of these podcasts. Okay. So he's spewing out these sunflower seeds that he's eating. And he is also, so the sunflower seeds are going off of like the railing where he is in the sound room or whatever, going down below. So it's a persistent cough,
Okay.
and then with sputum production.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I might have had him pushing off his sister, persistent cough, but that's only if you really want to be like mean.
Okay.
So, but it's just sunflower seeds, okay? So then, the other thing is that there's like I guess it's kind of like a screen that he's behind, and the screen is in 3 parts. So one of them's simple, one of them's chronic, and one of them's obstructive.
Okay.
Okay. I'll move it a little bit. Okay.
And what was the name of this whole disease?
This is chronic bronchitis.
Chronic bronchitis. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just stick a bronchosaurus in the air far up.
Yeah. Okay. You could like name the guy Kronk or something. Chronic.
You
Awesome.
haven't seen Emperor's New Groove?
I have, and that's where I
Not
got it from.
enough.
'Cause we were talking. Well, yeah. Okay. So this is simple. This is chronic, and this is obstructive.
I'm sorry, those tables, I think I missed that part.
It's a glass. It's the glass wall
Okay.
that separates. So like the sound room, you can see the sound room if you're sitting in an auditorium and you turn around.
Yeah.
Because so it's like that. It's like the glass pane, like a window type thing.
Okay.
So it's simple, chronic, and obstructive. The simple one, I see like a miniature auditorium, and then there's cones like around it because it's being like there's like construction
Okay.
of it. So this is so when you're going to a theater, you see a production, right? A theater production. So it's a productive cough. And then there's no obstruction.
Wait, sorry, are these pictures on the...
This is like on the, they're like on the window.
Okay, got it.
So, yeah, or however you want. So it's like a little person falling off the stage, cough, in the production. So it's productive cough. And then there's like little cones around. Like the little yellow cones when there's like construction.
Okay.
But in my mind, I just changed like construction to obstruction.
Obstruction.
And then there's all these X's around them. So there's no obstruction. Okay?
Okay.
So there's going to be something else later on where there's
airway.
going to be cones and there is obstruction because they're not X'd out.
Okay.
Does that make any sense at all?
Yes.
Okay. So then the chronic one, it's this guy named G-Easy, wheezing.
Okay.
He just shows up a lot.
Awesome.
So I want to pull up a picture of him, but we don't have time. So he's this rapper, whatever. He's like, so that's him. And he is spazzing out. So like wheezing and bronchospasms with the chronic one.
Okay.
Okay. And then obstructive is this is why it's hard, because I know what things mean, but you guys might not.
Yeah.
So I have a pink dresser with smoke coming out of it. So the pink dresser is emphysema, pink puffers.
Okay.
Okay? And then smoking.
Okay.
It's on fire. And smoke is coming off. And then it's obstructive because it's also in the name and it has the cones.
Okay.
That's pink puffers is for obstructive?
Is for emphysema.
It's emphysema. So it's emphysema and smoking related. And that's why it's in that part of the window. Yeah.
And all of these have a productive, persistent cough?
No, this overall is a persistent cough, but the simple version is a productive cough.
Okay.
That's why I differentiated that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, are we good to move on?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, simple, chronic, obstructive. Productive cough, no obstruction. Chronic cough is G-easy, wheezing, and bronchospasms. Obstructive is emphysema, smoking, and it's obstructive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's 3 other things in the room for this disease. The first one is little goblets of fire.
Where are you?
I'm
Turned
here
around.
and I look here, and then I just turn this way, and then I turn this way.
That's a really good way to represent that.
Thank you. Okay, so we have goblet cells, and they make a lot of mucus, okay? And there's 2 or 3 of them, because that's the size of the goblet cells. They're like 2 or 3 millimeters or something like that. So there's 2 or 3 goblet cells, and they're secreting a ton of mucus, okay? And then the mucus like flows down this like pipe or something. It's flowing down, and then there's so much that it causes an obstruction, and then there's like something green at the end, because it leads to an infection. So you get the goblet cells hyperplasia, so you get a ton of goblet cells, and they get really big. So they're 2 to 3 millimeters big or something. And then they're producing all this mucus, which eventually leads to obstruction, which eventually leads to infection, because you can't clear anything because it's just stuck.
Okay.
Yeah? Is that okay? Okay, so that's that part. Then we switch over here. This part only has 2 things. It is a book. Oops, that's a window. A book and a plate with one thing on it. Okay, so the book is because there's something about a read index. I don't know what it is.
Oh, okay.
But you read the book, and then you close the book, you squish it. Okay, so it's squamous dysplasia and metaplasia. So the dysplasia is, it's like a plate, dysplasia, and then metaplasia is because there's meat on the plate that you're squishing in the book. So it's like a book, read index, and then you squish the book, and you're squishing a plate, and you're squishing the meat on the plate too. So it's metaplasia and dysplasia. Oh, disc, because it's a plate. That's why. Okay. Yeah. Dysplasia.
Dishplasia.
Dis.
You squish the meat.
You squeeze so it's the meat.
Yes.
On the plate being squished
inside the book.
by the book.
Okay.
Great.
On the table over here so that it has a location.
As one does in the sound room.
Yes. Oh yes. He's a very hungry man.
Yes.
Okay. So then the last thing is there's a desk. And there's quite a few things that happen here. So on the desk you see like an explosion come into the middle, and it's all like green and stuff. So this is the productive cough. And then on the desk it says DOE. Just because I don't know how to depict dyspnea on exertion, so I just wrote DOE like engraved on the desk. I'm sorry. So you can do that too.
Do thumbs down.
You can do the thumbs down.
All right.
You can do the thumbs down to remind you that we're going down under the desk afterwards. Okay. So so you have the productive cough, all the crap on the desk, and then dyspnea on exertion with a thumbs down. So you can do that too. Okay, then you go down here and you have, this is why it's hard. So my picture for COPD had a window with hypoxia on the bottom and hypercapnia on the top.
Okay.
And that's what happens here too.
So just stick a baseball.
So just, so hypercapnia, hypoxemia, I don't know how.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
And then
bury a
there's
balloon.
like core pulmonale. Yeah.
All right. So there's a baseball cap on top and a buried balloon in my head.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
hypoxia.
Hypercapnia, hypoxia. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hypo underneath the ground.
Well,
Buried balloon.
What balloon? Why
Yeah.
balloon?
Because balloons have air in it. Oxygen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's give a wordplay and I didn't see one.
Oh, okay.
Good to ask.
Yeah, so the cap, and then the oxygen, and then there's also something with core pulmonale and heart failure for this one too. Yeah, so you can, I just picture like a black heart. Because, I don't know.
That sounds great.
Heart failure. Okay. That's chronic bronchitis for me.
Cool.
Are we okay to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
I'm gonna be
Awesome.
watching that later.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm a little bit right now. Okay, so let's do emphysema. It's so easy. Actually, no, it's not. There's a lot to do. But the way that I did it is easy. So there's doors.
Where are we?
We are here.
Okay, we're moving to the lobby. We come down out of the sound room into the lobby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, in my mind, you just like go from the top area to like down.
Okay.
So you can
By
see
walking.
what?
By walking.
By walking.
However, yes.
Okay.
On through the wall.
Are there any significant things in this lobby that I
Yes,
should know
I'm drawing
about?
them now.
Okay. Okay. And what are each of those?
These are the doors that allow you to look in the auditorium, which is over here.
Cool.
These are the seats of the people. So, but these are the doors.
Okay.
And then later these are the doors in, because this is the lobby, remember? So there's 3 of them here,
Okay.
And then there's like one major just like entryway, I guess, to get into the auditorium.
Okay.
And then this is the box office. It's a box. And then this is just a little table. It's just a little table.
Okay.
Someone's like doing a little fundraiser or something when you walk in.
Good deal. Thank you. Perfect.
Oh, and then there's an ant, you know, the thing, like the little screens, and then all the ants are like in it.
Oh, yeah.
That thing.
Yeah, ant farm.
Yeah, it's
Where's
an ant farm. On the table.
Ooh.
Yeah, on the table. Okay.
I'm gonna go look at the ant farm.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, so first thing is first, there is 4 types of emphysema.
Okay.
Okay?
Only 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, before I do this, so this is emphysema because it's empty and it allows you to see into the distal bronchiole. So it's like, what did I do? I said like something about saying the word O and then being able to be like far away, so like distal from, because this is the stage over here. So it's like this enlarging air space that's distal to the bronchiole. So maybe there's like a hole, bronchiole or something.
Okay.
I don't know, but that's just like what the disease is. But it's not really anything about it. So let's get on to the actual stuff. So the central acinar emphysema is with the emphysema, smoking, and then there's a cone here because it's like pneumonia coniosis or something. So it happens. So centri acinar emphysema happens in people who smoke and happens in people who get pneumoconiosis. So I have the pink emphysema like dresser, and then smoke coming off of it again, and then like a cone, just like sitting on top, like an ice cream cone or something. So it's pneumoconiosis or something.
Pneumoconiosis. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. And then below that is a pan, like a cooking pan, and the pan has a baseball base inside of it.
Okay.
Because pan-acinar emphysema happens at the base of the lung.
Okay.
Okay. It also has alpha what is it? Antitrypsin
Alpha-1
deficiency.
antitrypsin.
Yeah, alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency is just like sitting on the base. It's just his like this baseball player, and he's like the #1 player, and he's like the alpha male, and he's like playing baseball on this base, alpha-1. He's like the #1 player, trypsin deficiency in this pan.
Cool.
Okay, so that's centra-acinar, pan-acinar, and then there's para-acinar. So that's like on the sides here, and I just picture really big ears, like wallpaper that's just ears. That's parallel, like on either side of these things.
Okay.
So this is para-acinar emphysema, and then I just see a line going in between all the ears. So it goes in between the lobes. It's like the margins of the lobes or something like that in the lung. So that's all you have to know for that one. And then there's also an irregular one.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. There's also an irregular one, and it's just over here to the side, and it just has to do, it's very common, and it just has to do with scarring. There's just a lot of scarring. So I just have like a kind of a bunch of like scars here, and then a comb, because it's common. Common. That's what I do.
Nice.
It's a black comb.
I'm gonna keep that.
Yeah, I put that in.
What was the first thing?
It's scarring.
And that picture
and it's very common. This is just a door to the side.
And the scarring picture is
it's irregular emphysema.
No, what
like
denotes
what
scarring?
am I supposed to stick in my thing?
What denotes scarring?
Just like not a fibrotic thing,
Make
but
the
like
floor look like it has a scar? Okay.
Yeah, like a rip in the carpet or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scar, and the name of this thing was?
Irregular.
Common. Irregular. Okay.
Yeah. And there's a ton of combs, actually. It's like super...
Wait, what's common, the scarring or the irregular?
The irregular type of emphysema, which causes scarring and is very common.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Are we doing okay so far?
Just a note, if you said there's only 4 types of emphysema, there's also 4 more?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
There is. Like, a few of them are just very easy. You can kind of, like, know by the name what it is. There's, like, 2 of them on the bottom that I haven't done yet. I haven't done the part yet. Yeah, I'm sorry. But there is more, you're right. There's more on the study guide that we're not doing yet. Sorry. Okay. Okay, so we'll move to the box office. This is the pathogenic part. So, the box office is like a jail. If you've ever looked at it, it only has, like, it's like one little window, and you can't really, like, you're, like, stuck inside. Right? If you get inside, because you're just blocked off from everything and all. Anyway, so it's a window, it's a cage, and then on the inside there is nutritional yeast, neutrophils. Okay. And a macrophage. I don't know. I just have a picture of a little macrophage. Okay. Okay. So basically, what happens is, and there's smoke coming off of it. Okay. The nutritional yeast gets picked up by this, like, rocker teenager, this, like, punk person. Yeah. Okay? Okay. And the punk person walks through the smoke and, like, goes and, like, takes a smoke break, like, on the side or whatever. Okay. So this is because the neutrophils activate the alternative complement cascade. So he's, like, an alternate. Okay. Okay? It's really far-fetched. I'm so sorry.
No, that's so cool.
Okay. That's great. So then the macrophages release IL-8, which attracts the neutrophils to come back.
Maybe you bought a ticket and you're seated in aisle 8.
Yeah, sure, that's good. Yeah, aisle 8, and then there's this guy named Nick who brings you more nutritional yeast. Because your other nutritional yeast got stolen by the alternative kid. Cool. Okay? So the neutrophils nicotine, like, activates neutrophils. Okay. And then the IL-8 also activates the neutrophils too, but the IL-8 is from the macrophages. Okay. Okay? So then once the neutrophils come, they release these, like, coily things called elastin. So this is the neutrophil cell, and it just keeps releasing all these coily things that, like, are elastin, because they, like, recoil, like elastic. Okay? Okay. And then at the end of the elastin is a stomach.
The neutrophils release the elastin.
And a lung. Because the elastin is what digests the lung when it's released from the neutrophils. Okay. Does that make any sense at all?
Yes, except I'm trying to figure out how elastin would do that. Can you double check the name on that?
Yeah.
Is it?
It's not in Alex's guide.
Here, I'll look it up right now.
It's all good. We can double check this kind of stuff.
Okay. Okay. And then the other thing
the
is
elastin is digested. That's what it is. The elastin is what is digested.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. But they're associated together.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the other thing that gets released is oxygen-free radicals. Okay. And then they go to the alpha-1 antitrypsin. They, like, damage the alpha-1 antitrypsin thing. Okay. Yeah, so that's a thing too. Okay. But that comes from the neutrophils too. So it's elastin and then the oxygen-free radicals that damage the alpha-1 antitrypsin stuff.
Excellent.
Okay. A few more things. So there is the microscopic stuff, which is why we have like an ant, because ants are really small. So we have like the ant farm, and you're looking at the ant farm, and all of a sudden there's a flower that pops up from the top, like a bulb.
Okay.
And then an animal that's like a bronchosaurus or something.
Okay, and what do those represent?
Blebs and bulla.
Blebs and bulla.
Yeah. So it's bulbs and bulla. Bullae.
Okay, the blebs I can get, the bulb, and yeah, I'll just have two bulbs. One's blebs, one's bulla. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, and then the ants are like really, really frustrated, and it's like fenestrated or something. Fenestrated, okay. Yeah, fenestrated, something. Like the ants are really mad, so they're like moving really fast and they're like getting crazy.
In Latin, you can have like them escaping.
Excellent.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could. They're like escaping and they're getting really frustrated.
Okay.
Okay. A few more things. So now I turn around and I'm looking this way.
And those are things that happen in all types of emphysema?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, these are like the microscopic findings. Blebs and bulla and fenestration.
And fusion of alveoli.
Yeah.
Do you have anything for that?
No, I forgot it.
Okay.
What was that?
Fusion of alveoli.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Okay. Okay. Next three things, they're not that bad. So there's like 3 things per door.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 3 doors. The reason why there's 3 doors is because there was something about like at least a third of the lung is damaged or something like that. So that's why I have 3 doors there.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm looking and I turn around. So this door here is actually this door.
Sure.
Okay? Because I'm turning around.
Is this absolutely necessary?
Yes.
Okay, then I will do it.
It's absolutely necessary because when you're looking at a patient, this is their right side and this is their left side, and you get right-sided heart failure. So I have to make sure that it's on the right side. Or at least for me, that I know.
Right-sided heart failure.
Yes. Basically, you get Thor on the ground in a coma with acid coming from his mouth.
Okay.
And you're on the right door, so it's right-sided heart failure.
So is it right door from the inside or from the outside?
From
the inside.
From the inside.
So basically...
That's the left door.
From the patient's point of view, it's their left.
Okay.
So basically...
Because I always do it from the patient's point of view because I get confused.
You drew
but as long
this
as you
as
know,
the point of view and that is still accurate.
Yes.
Okay, then great. We were on the same page and we still are.
But it's the patient's right lung because the patient is the door. I got it.
Yes.
All right.
So I'm looking
Thor,
from here.
Yes, got it.
What was Thor and stuff like that?
So Thor is cor pulmonale.
Okay.
Thor, cor pulmonale, is in a coma. He's like collapsed on the ground.
Where's Thor? Oh, he's in the right.
He's the person that's dying.
Got it.
Okay. So
we know which Marvel hero is not your favorite.
So Thor's on the ground in a coma with acid coming out of his mouth. Respiratory acidosis, and it's in the right door. So this is right-sided heart failure. Okay?
Okay.
Then the next door is a family. It's a husband, a wife, and a baby. Okay? The husband has a barrel chest. The wife has pursed lips because she just got Botox or whatever. Like really, like she's from California or something. I don't know. So,
okay.
And then the baby, you want to pinch the baby's cheeks. So it's like pinched. What is it? Pinched something. I don't know. Something's pinched.
Pinched face.
Pinched face. Yeah, their face is pinched because they have emphysema. Because this is like the pink puffer thing.
Okay.
So this is why the lips are pursed. Pinched face, barrel chest. Okay, so that's the family in the second door. Then the third door has GEZ.
Could you say one more time what it means, then what it looks like for the middle door?
Yeah.
What it means, then what it looks like.
What it means, barrel chest.
Okay.
Pursed lips.
Okay.
And pinched cheeks.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. So the dad has a barrel chest, the mom has the pursed lips, and the baby has really cute little baby cheeks.
Awesome, thank you.
So you want to pinch because the baby's so cute. Okay. Then in the last door we have GEZ, so wheezing, and then he falls over. He like falls off the, I don't know. He coughs. It's coughing. Okay. He falls. Whatever. Coughs. And then he also has dyspnea too. So this.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I know what's coming out of his mouth.
Yeah, that's the last one. For this. That's emphysema.
Awesome.
That's it.
Okay.
Do you have it?
That's it.
Awesome. And
yeah.
I know that some people had some kind of schedule. It's 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I do. I wanted to leave at 8. I only did 2 diseases, so let's do a few more.
Okay.
Let's do, let me think about it. Asthma, I have that good. Bronchitis is pretty good.
There's also pulmonary tuberculosis, bacterial pneumonia.
Which ones do you guys want to do?
Abscess.
I like just going in your order. That way it goes from room to room.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
So asthma's next.
Okay.
Asthma's in the bathroom.
Okay.
Okay. My picture is pretty good for this one.
Awesome.
So, when you're looking at the bathroom, you basically see, this is the door into the bathroom. This is exactly how my high school bathroom was. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. This one's the handicap one, it's really big.
Okay.
And then this is the sink over here. And this is a picture on the wall. And then there's pictures on the wall here too. Okay, and then this is the door. And of course there's a line of people here because there always is to get into the women's bathroom. It's just a thing. Okay,
yep.
So this is the door.
Every now and then I'm extremely grateful.
Okay, so basically before we get into, and there's a bed.
And what's that little wedgie thing that's right behind the bed?
It's a bed. That's why it has to be a bed. Okay.
Okay, so there's a bed in front of the...
It's like when you go in the door, and then here's like the pillow
bed,
here.
sink, pictures, stalls. Cool.
Yeah. Yep. And this is the handicap one that's big. Okay.
This is going to be asthma.
Yeah, asthma. So, this is supposed to, I don't remember what's here. It's like, it's a tree, like a bronchial tree, and it's like spazzing out, because you get like bronchio hyperresponsiveness or something like that.
Okay.
And then there's like inflammation.
Okay.
Which, whatever that picture is for you. So I just have that on the outside to just tell me like what is asthma. It's an inflammatory condition where you have hyperresponsive bronchogenic stuff. And we all kind of know what asthma is by now.
Yeah.
So
I'll just stick a TV there because honestly, when it makes sense to explain it, then it's easier than making a bunch of pictures for something that you can just make a single story.
Exactly. So there's extrinsic, which is outside, and intrinsic, which is inside. Okay?
Okay.
Extrinsic is all of these people in a line. They're holding a baby and a picture frame of their family members in both hands as they're getting ready to go in the bathroom. They also have hats on them that look like antibodies, and they're IgE. Okay?
Okay.
And they're like E1. E1.
And what were they carrying?
They're carrying a child, a baby, and a picture frame of their family. So it could be like they're carrying their kid.
And those mean...
Because extrinsic asthma has to do with congenital stuff and family history of it. That's how you get it.
Congenital and family history.
Yeah. And then also extrinsic has to do with IgE antibodies, and it's a type 1 hypersensitivity reaction.
Okay.
That's extrinsic.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Then the first person that's going in the door, has to do with aspirin. Maybe they have like a I don't know. They have to do with aspirin. I don't remember why. There's Ed. Maybe they're like sprinting into the bathroom. Something with aspirin. Okay. And then the last time I learned asthma for Howell, I had it in a bedroom. And so that's why there's a bed here to help me remember.
I thought your
so there
school was very
is
strange.
flowers over in this corner. Because asthma, this is intrinsic, because now we're in the bathroom.
Okay.
So asthma is caused by environmental stuff, and then exercise stuff. So this was like a weight thing. And then this is like a temperature thermometer thing, changes the temperature. On the Dusty Guide it says like cold or something, so like change the temperature. And then this is mood.
Okay.
So it's like someone who's like really sad or something.
Okay.
And then in the middle before was an upper respiratory infection, but now it's a nun in the bed. So this is non-ectopic. Non-ectopic. And then the nun has a viral infection.
Okay.
She's sick. So I just have like viruses all around her in the bed. Maybe the bedspread is like a viral, like it has a bunch of viruses on it or something. But yeah, so non-ectopic asthma is caused by respiratory infections caused by viruses. Not so much bacteria, but viruses. Am I going too fast? Does this make any sense at all?
Yes, I am. What was the thing right after the temperature change?
Mood.
And then what was the picture for that?
A really, really sad girl. It's the, have you ever seen Inside Out?
Yes.
It's the sad blue girl.
Sadness. Okay.
Yeah.
Flowers, temperature changing, mood, and then what was the other corner?
This is a muscle. It's like exercise.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we have exercise, temperature change, sadness.
I think I have down here also ingestion of aspirin can cause infection.
Yeah, so the person was sprinting. In.
Oh, so that one's intrinsic.
Aspirin. Yeah. Because they're going in.
All right. Cool.
Okay, are we still good?
So it's more viral than rather than bacterial?
Yeah, for the non-ectopic. Yeah.
And what were the flowers?
Just allergens in the air.
Oh, okay.
Causing asthma. But yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, okay, cool. So then we go to the first stall.
Yeah, go.
Okay, sorry.
Go for
so
it.
we go to the first stall and it opens. It's like creaking open. And it's like, which sounds like wheezing.
Okay. That's
so
great.
it wheezes, and then you sit on the toilet and you have a bronchospasm. And then you can't stop coughing for hours afterwards. I have no idea. I'm really sorry, guys.
Can I put G-Eazy on the toilet?
No, because G-Eazy, yeah, you can put G-Eazy on the toilet. Yeah. G-Eazy's on the toilet, and he's having a broncho, he's pooping really, he's pooping a lot. Like a spasm, it just, huge mess everywhere. And then he's just coughing like you wouldn't believe for hours and hours and hours. And G-Eazy's in the men's bathroom for hours and hours, and everyone's like, what's going on? Okay. That's G-Eazy. Wheezing, bronchospasms that cause coughing for hours afterwards. Okay? Next one is a chapstick on top of the next toilet. Okay. And it's an EOS chapstick.
Okay.
Okay, so eosinophils. And then the EOS chapstick is squishing and churning this thing down into the lungs, and it's really dry mucus down here.
Okay.
So it's like someone holding the chapstick and pushing down and churning this thing and trying to shove it into this dry mucousy area.
Okay.
Because you have eosinophils with churchmen churning bodies or something, which is dry mucus in the lung. Okay. It's in the Dusty Guide.
Eosinophils. So the thing that is actually going on is what again?
So it's two separate things, but I'm making them into one.
Cool.
Keep going back. Here it is. So it's high eosinophils, and then Churchman spirals. So it just said eosinophils, Churchman. So I don't know if they're related, but.
Okay, eosinophils and Kirschman spirals.
Yeah. So it's Kirschman's crushing, churning into dry mucus.
Okay.
Okay. A little far-fetched, but okay. Then we go to the next stall, and there is a chandelier. Okay.
Cool.
Why is there a chandelier? Oh, it's a crystal chandelier. That's why. So it's crystals. So it's crystally, and then there's a big tongue. And then there's a girl laying on this tongue, and the girl's name is Charlotte. So it's Charlotte Laden Bodies or something like that.
Okay.
So she...
Charcot
Laden, yeah, crystals.
Cool.
Okay, in the sputum, so that's why there's a tongue. Okay? And then the last one is this girl, and she is on her phone in the bathroom checking her status. So it's like stasis asthmaticus or something like that.
Okay, yep.
So she's like making all these kissy faces into her phone. She's like taking selfies and stuff. And she's like in there for a really, really, really long time. And she's just like continuously taking all these selfies of her. And she's like making all these kissy faces. And basically, she dies.
No judgment.
She falls over. And she turns blue. I think there's cyanosis with this one.
Yes.
And then she turns blue. It's like continuous attacks or something like that. And then also there's this other thing about like 80 to 100% respiratory expiratory volume or something like that.
Okay. So
she's like trying to get like 80 to 100 people to like her pictures or something.
Okay.
Okay. This poor girl. So then this lasts for days and weeks.
Static asthmaticus, 80 to 100%.
Yeah.
What?
Of what again?
I think it's like expiratory volume or something.
Oh, okay.
This that is not the right. Maybe it's
expiratory.
No, what is it?
Okay, so.
Oh, sorry.
What?
It's.
I remember that if you were at.
Peak expiratory flow rate.
Equals 80 to 100.
Peak expiratory flow rate.
Okay, that's really strange that it's that high, but that's what it is.
I know it is. I thought that was weird too.
Because I thought you weren't supposed to have issues until it dropped. All right.
I know, because it's supposed to be like less than 60% or something, and then you're supposed to. Yeah, I know. Because I have this whole picture for like. For
me too, but I'm not sure that I believe the Dusty Guides, but memorize it both ways.
Yeah. Okay. Then the next thing is it's an empty sink, emphysema, empty sink.
Okay.
Sorry, my brain is weird. Emphysema, and then you are being pulled out of the bathroom because it's time to go, so you get core pulmonale.
Okay.
That's asthma.
All right, excellent.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Do you want to do one more? We can do some easy ones.
Can you point out where they are?
Yeah, sure. This is bronchiectasis. Right. Bronchiectasis. And then this is bacterial pneumonia, because I think of like baccalaureate, which is like a thing that we did in choir, and this is like the choir room.
Okay.
And then this is walking pneumonia, because it's the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a door out here that leads to a lung abscess. This is like the marching band field, and there was a lot of, like, my sister was dating someone from the marching band, and they were like obsessed with each other, so that's where the abscess comes from.
Nice.
And,
I can tell you like the guy.
yeah, they dated for 3 years, and so he was like kind of like my brother.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Anyway, so lung abscess, and then they broke up, and it was really sad. Anyway, but now my sister's happy, and she's with someone else, and yeah. Okay. So, lung abscess, and then, the tennis thing. There's some tennis courts over here.
TV.
Yeah, TV.
Nice. Well,
thanks.
Cool deal.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I know it took a long time. I'm sorry.
No, that's, thank you very much.
Bye. Thank you. Bye, Derek.